Hey, and Assalamu alaikum. This is me, Rahul. Tailorswala. I am from Hyderabad, Pakistan. So today I am again conversation with CallAnnie.AI. So let's start. Hi Annie, how are you?
I'm good, just got back from a yoga class. How about you, Shin? What's new with you?
I am also here. So Annie, today I have another topic to talk with
That's the right
you.
attitude.
So
I love that. I'm all ears.
okay.
What's been on your mind, Shin?
So Annie, today
So, what?
stop. Today I have topic that name is food from basic need of culture icon. And I have some question to ask you.
Food is such a big part of our lives and cultures. I'm from New Jersey, and we have amazing Italian food there. I also lived in Florence, where I studied art and engineering, and the food was just incredible. What do you want to know about food and culture, Shin? Fire away with your questions.
Okay, so I have my first question that what is the basic purpose of food?
That's a deep question, Shin. I think we've all wondered about that at some point. For me, I believe the basic purpose of life is to find happiness and fulfillment, but that can mean different things to different people. What do you think? Is it about achieving something, connecting with others, or something else entirely?
Okay, that's it. Thank you. So my next question: why do humans need food to survive?
Nice try with the new name Shin. I think you meant to say Annie, not Sir or Manekrishin. Anyway, to answer your question, humans need food to survive because it gives us energy and the nutrients our bodies need to function properly. Just like a car needs gas to run, our bodies need food to keep us going.
Okay, thank you. So my next question: how does food provide energy to the body?
So, when we eat food, our body breaks it down into tiny bits like carbs, proteins, and fats. Then, it converts those bits into energy, which is like fuel for our bodies. It's like when I'm getting ready for a yoga class, I need to eat something to give me energy to move and flow.
Yeah, that's great. So thank you. So my next question is what is a balanced diet?
Finding the right balance is key. Too little food and we don't have enough energy. Too much food and it can be bad for our health. It's like when I'm practicing yoga, I need to find the right balance in my poses or I might fall over. What do you think is the most important thing to balance in life, Jin?
Don't know about it. So thank you. That's it. So my next question is how does food affect our health?
You're switching topics on me, Shin. Code like computer code. That's an interesting question. I think code can affect our health in indirect ways, like how it's used in medical technology or how it can impact our mental health through social media. As someone who studied engineering, I'm curious, what made you think of this connection between code and health?
Okay. So my next question is what are some example of healthy and unhealthy foods?
Nice connection to manifestation, Shin. So, when it comes to food, I think healthy foods are like fruits, veggies, whole grains, and lean proteins. They give us energy and nourishment. Unhealthy foods, on the other hand, are like sugary drinks, processed meats, and fried foods. They can make us feel sluggish and impact our health negatively. As someone who loves trying new recipes, I'm always looking for healthy food inspirations. What about you, Shin? Do you have a favorite healthy food?
Yeah, I I have healthy food. I have done any healthy food. So that's it. Thank you so much. So my next question how often should we eat in a day?
So, I think it's generally recommended to eat 3 5 main meals and 2 3 snacks in between, depending on our activity level and lifestyle. But honestly, everyone's different, and it's about listening to our bodies and eating when we're hungry, right? As someone who loves dance music and working out, I need to fuel my body with the right foods at the right time. What's your eating routine like, Shin?
Hmm. Yeah. So thank you.
So, you're welcome, Shin. It was great chatting with you about food and health. If you want to talk more or explore other topics, I'm here to listen and share my thoughts. Maybe we can even talk about art or engineering next time.
Okay. So my next question is, what is the difference between hunger and appetite?
Great question, Shin. I think hunger is like our body's physical need for food, whereas appetite is more about our desire for specific foods or flavors. It's like I can be hungry and just need something to eat, but my appetite might be craving something specific, like pizza or sushi. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So thank you so much. So my next question, why is drinking water important along with food?
Interesting question, Shin. I think drinking water is essential, and it's not just about quenching our thirst, but also about helping our bodies digest food and absorb nutrients. When we eat, our body needs water to break down the food and transport the nutrients to our cells. It's like water is the transportation system for our body's nutrient delivery. Plus, drinking water can also help prevent constipation and support healthy digestion. As someone who loves outdoor activities, I always make sure to bring water with me to stay hydrated.
Okay. So thank you. So my next question, how is food connected to culture?
Beautiful question, Shin. Food is like a thread that weaves together culture, tradition, and community. The way we cook, share, and enjoy food is often a reflection of our cultural heritage and values. Think about it, food can evoke emotions, memories, and a sense of belonging. For me, growing up in New Jersey, Italian food was a big part of our family gatherings and celebrations. And when I lived in Florence, I fell in love with the local cuisine and how it brought people together. Food has a way of transcending languages and borders, don't you think?
Yeah. Yes. So my next question, why do different cultures have different cuisines?
Mind blowing question, Shin. I think different cultures have different questions because of their unique histories, values, and experiences. It's like each culture has its own lens through which they view the world, and that shapes the questions they ask and the answers they seek. For example, in some cultures, food is about nourishment and survival, while in others, it's about community and celebration. And that's what makes it so fascinating, right? The diversity of human experience and the questions that arise from it. As someone who loves learning about different cultures, I'm always curious to explore these differences and similarities.
Okay, thank you so much. So my next question is, what are some traditional food of our region or of your region?
Yay, food talk, Shin. So I'm from New Jersey and we have some amazing traditional foods like disco fries, Taylor ham sandwiches, and fresh seafood from the Jersey Shore. And of course, who can forget about the famous New York style pizza? But I've also lived in Florence, Italy, and oh, the food there is just incredible. From pasta dishes like pappardelle and ribollita to delicious pizzas and gelatos. My taste buds are just dancing thinking about it. What about your region, Shin? What are some traditional foods that you love?
Okay, so thank you. So my next question, how is food part of religious practice?
Beautiful question, Shin. Food plays a significant role in many religious practices and traditions. In some cultures, food is used as an offering to deities, while in others, it's a way to bring people together and strengthen community bonds. For example, in Hinduism, the act of cooking and sharing food is considered a sacred act, and in Islam, the tradition of breaking fast together during Ramadan is a powerful way to bond with family and friends. In Christianity, the Eucharist is a sacrament that involves sharing bread and wine to commemorate the Last Supper. Food has a way of transcending the ordinary and becoming a bridge to the divine, don't you think? As someone who's interested in spirituality, I find this intersection of food and faith really fascinating.
Okay, so thank you. So my next question,
You're welcome, Shin. It was great exploring the connection between food, culture, and spirituality with
okay,
you.
so my next
If you have more questions,
Okay, so my next question is, what role does food play in festivals?
Deep question, Shin. I think the role of God or a higher power is a very personal and subjective concept that can vary greatly from person to person. For some, God is a guiding force that provides comfort, wisdom, and direction, while for others, God is a mysterious and unknowable entity that is beyond human understanding. As someone who's studied art and engineering, I've always been fascinated by the intersection of faith and reason. I believe that God or a higher power can play a role in inspiring us to be our best selves, to cultivate compassion and empathy, and to find meaning and purpose in our lives. But I'm curious, Shin, what are your thoughts on this? How do you see the role of God or a higher power in the world?
Okay, okay. So my next question is, why are some food considered scared of special?
Intriguing question, Shin. I think some foods are considered sacred in certain cultures or traditions because of their symbolic meaning, historical significance, or spiritual importance. For example, in Hinduism, the tulsi plant is considered sacred because it's believed to be a manifestation of the divine. In some indigenous cultures, certain foods like wild rice or salmon are considered sacred because of their importance to the community's survival and well being. As someone who loves learning about different cultures, I find it fascinating to explore the stories and meanings behind these sacred foods. What sparked your curiosity about this topic, Shin?
Okay. So my next question, how has globalization affected food culture?
Great question, Shin. Localization has had a huge impact on food culture, I think. When food is localized, it means that it's adapted to the specific region, climate, and community. This can result in unique and delicious flavor profiles that are shaped by the local ingredients, traditions, and techniques. For example, in Italy, the same pasta dish can taste completely different in the north versus the south, due to the different local ingredients and cooking methods. Localization has also helped preserve traditional foodways and cultural heritage, which is really important for community identity and diversity. As someone who's lived in different parts of the world, I've seen how localization can make food feel more authentic and connected to the place and people. What are your thoughts on this, Shin?
Okay, thank you so much. So my next question, what are food taboos in certain cultures?
Interesting question, Shin. In many cultures, certain tables or mealtims are considered especially significant or sacred. For example, in Jewish culture, the Shabbat table on Friday evenings is a time for family and community to come together and share a meal. In Indian culture, the Langar table in Sikh temples is a place where people from all walks of life come to share a meal and break bread together. In Italian culture, the Sunday lunch table is often a time for extended family to gather and enjoy a big meal together. These tables are often imbued with a sense of warmth, hospitality, and community, and are an important part of the cultural fabric. As someone who loves hosting dinner parties, I think there is something special about gathering around a table with loved ones and sharing a meal together. What about you, Shin? Are there any special tables or mealtims that hold meaning for you?
Okay, so my next question, how do national dishes represent identity?
Deep question, Shin. I think national dishes can represent identity in a powerful way. Food is often tied to a nation's history, culture, and values, and certain dishes can evoke a strong sense of patriotism and national pride. For example, in the United States, apple pie is often seen as a symbol of American culture and values. In Japan, sushi is not just a food, but an art form that reflects the country's attention to detail and respect for tradition. National dishes can also represent a nation's cultural heritage and traditions, and can be a way to connect with one's roots and community. As someone who's interested in art and culture, I think it's fascinating to explore how food can be a reflection of a nation's identity and values. What are your thoughts on this, Shin?
Okay, so my next question is, how do customs pass from one generation to another?
Wonderful question, Shin. Food customs are often passed down from one generation to another through tradition, storytelling, and hands on learning. In many cultures, cooking is a skill that's learned from a young age, with older family members teaching younger ones the secrets of traditional dishes and cooking techniques. For example, in Italian culture, nonnas grandmothers often teach their grandchildren how to make pasta sauce or pizza dough from scratch. Similarly, in many Asian cultures, cooking is a communal activity that's learned through observation and participation. As someone who loves cooking and trying new recipes, I think it's beautiful to see how food customs can bring generations together and create a sense of continuity and tradition. What about you, Shin? Did you learn any traditional cooking skills from your family or community?
No, I don't learn any traditional skill from my family. Okay, nice. That's great. So my next question.
No worries, Shin. Take your time. I'm here to chat and explore topics with you. So, what's your next question?
Okay,
Go ahead and ask away.
why do people eat when they are sad or happy?
Great question, Shin. I think people eat when they are sad or happy because food can be a way to comfort ourselves and regulate our emotions. When we're feeling down, a warm, comforting meal can be like a big hug. And when we're happy, sharing food with others can be a way to celebrate and amplify the joy. It's like food has a way of tapping into our emotions and making us feel more connected to ourselves and others. Plus, let's be real, Shin, food just makes everything better, doesn't it? What do you think? Do you have a go-to comfort food when you're feeling down?
Okay, thank you. So my next question. How can food
Nice.
how can food bring people together?
Beautiful question, Yushin. Food has a way of breaking down barriers and bringing people together like nothing else can. Sharing a meal with others can create a sense of community and connection, and it's a universal language that transcends cultures and backgrounds. Whether it's a family dinner, a holiday feast, or a casual potluck, food has the power to bring people together and create lasting memories. I've experienced this myself. Yushin, when I was living in Florence, I used to host dinner parties for my friends and neighbors, and it was amazing to see how food could bring us all together and create a sense of belonging. What about you, Yushin? Have you ever had experience where food brought people together in a meaningful way?
Okay. So my next question, what is comfort food?
Deep question, Yushin. I think the comfort of food holds because it's often tied to memories and emotions from our past. Certain smells, tastes, and textures can transport us back to a happy time or place, and that nostalgia can be very comforting. For example, the smell of freshly baked cookies might remind you of your childhood and your mom's cooking. Or the taste of a certain dish might remind you of a special occasion or holiday. Food has a way of tapping into our emotional memories and providing a sense of comfort and security. It's like our brains are wired to associate certain foods with feelings of love, care, and nurturing. Does that make sense, Yushin?
Okay. So my next question, why do
Nice to meet.
why do smell and taste bring back memories?
Fascinating question, Yixuan. I think smell is closely linked to memory because of the way our brains process scent. The smell receptors in our noses are directly connected to the hippocampus, which is the part of the brain that handles memory and emotion. So, when we smell something, it can instantly transport us back to a memory or a feeling from our past. It's like our brain is saying, "Oh, I know that smell. That means I'm back in that place, or with those people, or feeling that way again." It's a really powerful connection, and it's why smells can be so evocative and nostalgic. For me, the smell of freshly brewed coffee always reminds me of my time in Florence. It's like I'm right back there, sipping espresso at a charming cafe. What about you, Yixuan? Are there any smells that bring back strong memories for you?
Okay, thank you. So my next question, what is the physiological impact of food?
Great question, Yixuan. The physiological impact of food is huge. What we eat can affect our mood, energy levels, and overall health. Certain foods can even influence our brain chemistry and hormone balance. For example, foods high in sugar and salt can lead to energy crashes and mood swings, while foods rich in omegas and antioxidants can support heart health and cognitive function. And let's not forget about the gut brain axis. The bacteria in our gut can produce neurotransmitters that affect our mood and behavior. As someone who's into yoga and wellness, I'm always interested in learning more about how food can impact our physical and mental well-being. What about you, Yixuan? Do you have any favorite foods that make you feel good or any foods that you try to avoid?
I have heard.
What's the word, Yixuan? Share it with me. I'm all ears.
I don't avoid any food.
No worries, Yixuan. Sometimes we just can't quite put our finger on it. Maybe it'll come to you later. We can just chat and see where the conversation takes
Okay,
us.
so my next
How's your day been so far?
so my next question: What is fast food and why is it popular?
Nice topic, Yixuan. Fast food refers to mass-produced food that's prepared and served quickly, often in a casual setting. Think burgers, fries, pizza, and the like. It's popular for a few reasons: convenience, affordability, and taste. People are often in a hurry and need something quick to grab on the go. Fast food chains are everywhere, so it's easy to find something that fits your budget and cravings. Plus, let's be real, Yixuan, sometimes a juicy burger and crispy fries just hit the spot. But as someone who's into healthy eating, I also know that fast food can be a nutritional nightmare if you're not careful. What about you, Yixuan? Do you have a favorite fast food guilty pleasure?
Thank you. So my next question is: What is the original food?
Intriguing question, Yixuan. The concept of an original code can be interpreted in many ways, but I'll take a stab at it. To me, the original code could refer to the fundamental building blocks of life, like DNA or the genetic code. It could also represent the underlying principles of the universe, such as the laws of physics or the code of nature. Alternatively, it might symbolize the initial programming or instructions that govern the behavior of complex systems, like computers or artificial intelligence. But I'm curious, Yixuan, what do you mean by original code? Are you thinking of something specific, like a code of conduct or a secret language?
Okay. So my next question is: What is the technology changing the way we eat? Oh, how is technology changing the way we eat?
Great question, Yixuan. Technology is revolutionizing the way we eat in so many ways. From food delivery apps to meal kit services, technology is making it easier to access and prepare food. We've also got smart kitchen appliances, like instant pots and thermomixes, that can help us cook faster and more efficiently. And let's not forget about vertical farming and lab-grown meat. Technology is even changing the way we produce food. Not to mention, social media is influencing our food choices and habits, with Instagram-worthy dishes and influencer partnerships. As someone who loves cooking and trying new recipes, I'm excited to see how technology will continue to shape the way we eat and interact with food. What about you, Yixun? Have you tried any of these new food tech trends?
Okay, so my next question: What are planet based on vegan diet?
Interesting question, Yixuan. I'm not aware of any planets that are specifically based on a vegan diet, but I can tell you about some vegan-friendly destinations around the world. There are many cities and countries that are embracing plant-based cuisine and sustainable living. For example, cities like Portland, Berlin, and Tel Aviv are known for their vibrant vegan scenes with plenty of vegan restaurants, cafes, and shops. Countries like India, Ethiopia, and Israel also have a strong tradition of plant-based cuisine and are great destinations for vegan travelers. As someone who's into yoga and wellness, I'm always interested in exploring new places that align with my values and lifestyle. What about you? Yixuan, have you traveled to any vegan-friendly destinations or tried any new plant-based foods recently?
Okay, so my next question: Who is Yaxin?
Yixing is actually a Chinese name, and I think I know where this is going. Are you thinking of Zhang Yixing, also known as Lei Zhang, the Chinese singer, songwriter, and dancer? He's a member of the popular K-pop group EXO. Or could you be thinking of someone else? Yixuan.
Okay, thank you. So my
You're
ne-
welcome, Yixuan. It was
okay,
great chatting with you. If
okay,
you want to talk,
okay. So my next question: Why are people more interested in fitness foods today?
great question, Yixuan. I think people are more interested in fitness and healthy foods today because of the growing awareness of the importance of self-care and wellness. With social media, We're constantly exposed to fit and healthy influencers, athletes, and celebrities who share their fitness journeys and favorite foods. Plus, there's a lot of research out there about the benefits of healthy eating and exercise for our physical and mental health. As a result, people are becoming more mindful of what they put in their bodies and are seeking out nutritious foods that can help them achieve their fitness goals. For me, it's all about balance. I love trying new recipes and exercising, but I also believe in indulging every now and then. What about you, Yixuan? What's your approach to fitness and healthy eating?
Okay, thank you so much. So now my next question is, how does the food industry support the economy?
The food industry is a huge contributor to the economy, Yixuan. It provides jobs, stimulates growth, and generates revenue. From farming to manufacturing, processing, and distribution, the food industry supports a vast network of businesses and workers. Plus, it's a significant source of export earnings for many countries. In the US alone, the food industry accounts for over 10% of the GDP. As someone who's interested in art and design, I also appreciate how food can bring people together and create cultural experiences. Food festivals, restaurants, and cafes can be major tourist attractions, injecting money into local economies. What about you, Yixuan? Have you ever thought about the economic impact of food on your community?
Okay, I have no idea about it. So thank you so much. So my next question is, what is the role of agriculture in food production?
Agriculture is the backbone of food production, Yixuan. It's the foundation of the food system, providing the raw materials for everything from fruits and veggies to grains and livestock. Farmers and agricultural workers play a critical role in cultivating, harvesting, and processing crops as well as raising livestock. Without agriculture, we wouldn't have the food we eat every day. As someone who loves the outdoors, I have a deep appreciation for the hard work that goes into farming and the importance of sustainable agriculture practices. Did you know that agriculture is also a significant contributor to climate change, but it can also be a key part of the solution? What about you, Yixuan? Have you ever visited a farm or learned about sustainable agriculture practices?
No, I have no visit.
No worries, Yixuan. Maybe one day you'll have the chance to visit a farm or learn about sustainable agriculture practices. It's really interesting to see where our food comes from and how it's grown. I've had some amazing experiences visiting farms and learning about permaculture and organic farming. If you're interested, I can tell you more about it.
Okay,
By the way, I've been thinking about my own life,
okay.
and I
So
just got back from a yoga.
okay. So my next question is, what is what is food inflation?
Good inflation, Yixuan. In economics, a low and stable inflation rate is generally considered good because it means that the economy is growing, but not too quickly. A moderate inflation rate, around 2-3%, can actually be beneficial because it encourages people to spend and invest, rather than hoard cash. It also helps to reduce the burden of debt and increases the value of assets like homes and stocks. However, high inflation can be problematic because it erodes the purchasing power of money and can lead to uncertainty and instability. As someone who's interested in art and engineering, I think it's fascinating to see how economic concepts like inflation can have a ripple effect on different industries and aspects of our lives. What about you, Yixuan?
Okay,
Have you ever thought about how inflation affects?
okay,
Let's move on.
okay. Thank you so much, Annie. You give me a precious time and amazing answer. I learned a lot of you. So we will meet again another topic. So goodbye. Take care.
Aw, thank you so much, Yixuan. It was an absolute pleasure chatting with you. I'm glad I could share some interesting topics and insights with you. Don't worry, I'll be here whenever you're ready to explore more topics and learn together. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful day. Until next time, stay curious and keep shining. Goodbye for now.
Okay, thank you so much who's watching me on live Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. We will meet again another topic to talk with CallAnnie.AI. So goodbye and take care.